Welcome back to the Breakthrough Innovation Programme. Today's key focus is on how you represent your offerings and your business to the outside world. Your brand is what people think of when they hear your name. It's your reputation. It's influenced by your mission and vision, your culture and your values, your value proposition and customer service, your choice of language and how you communicate, what's written or said about you, and also your logo, website and marketing messages. Everything people encounter when they interact with your company adds to their perception of you, your brand. Brand innovation is the effort to influence this perception. Brand innovation is not simply a successful campaign or marketing strategy, and it's more complex than simply creating a new name or logo. It requires designing and expressing brand in ways that are both distinct from the competition and relevant to customers. Brand innovations lead to customers and users recognizing, remembering, and preferring your offerings to those of competitors and substitutes. Is there a way for you to make brand a relevant competitive advantage, even if that's not standard for your industry? Let's go back 2.5 centuries to a striking example of a company which created a brand in an area where there was none previously. In 1765, Josiah Wedgwood won a royal pottery competition and was declared Her Majesty's Potter. He used that recognition to build a strong and defensible brand targeting aspirational consumers who wanted to drink tea like the upper class but could not necessarily afford expensive porcelain. He convinced consumers to buy pottery for display rather than use, and to this day the company uses the strength of the brand to protect the business from competition. Zipcar took the European idea of car sharing to the US and fundamentally reimagined what the rental car industry could be by offering hourly rental to people who simply didn't need a car full time or didn't want the hassle of owning one. Zipcar's brand signals values around responsibility and environmental benefits of shared car usage. In the company's 2011 annual report, the company wrote, "Our brand connotes simplicity, convenience, innovation, freedom, fun, sustainability, community and smart consumption." What words would you like customers and indeed the wider ecosystem to use when they think of your company? Conceived in 1970 as a mail-order business selling cheap records, Richard Branson opened his first Virgin record shop in Oxford Street in London in 1971. The following year, he opened the first residential recording studio, and the rest is music history. Today, Virgin is a leading international investment group. It now includes multiple branded companies, all of which are autonomous, but each enjoying the global power of the Virgin brand. And this means that less successful ventures such as Virgin Cola don't destroy the mother company. The portfolio stretches across a diverse range of sectors, from music to transportation, mobile telephony, financial services, media and fitness, and even exploration, most recently with Virgin Galactic. In general, the leaders of Virgin look for arenas that are important but a little tired and dull, and look to inject a much needed dose of fun or innovation. Retail store in the US, Target, has carved out a niche for itself in the world of big store retail by incubating cult brands in-house with a focus on design. Since 2017, Target's Design Lab has launched over 20 private label lines, 6 of which now do over $1 billion in annual sales. Nearly 1/3 of its revenue in 2017 was related to its owned and exclusive brands. These brands include mid-century modern furnishings, Project 62, women's fashion label, A New Day, bright and quirky kids' clothes, Cat and Jack, electronics, Heyday, and personal care and home goods, Smartly, and even a men's line, Goodfellow & Co. Method is a non-toxic line of natural home care products bought by European green cleaning company Ecover in 2012. The company is a great example of a company that has innovated with brand, building a company that stands for much more than just tedious cleaning. As well as being eco-friendly, the packaging has been designed to be both colourful and countertop friendly, making it instantly recognisable on the shelf. It has a wide following on home care decor and design blogs, and hosts its own community site called People Against Dirty. Patagonia emerged to sell clothes created in a sustainable way from replaceable resources. From a brand innovation perspective, they let customers see into their operations, sharing details of its entire supply chain to ensure that it remains as environmentally sensitive as possible, and to try to inspire other companies to follow its lead and reduce their own environmental impact. The Footprint Chronicles is an online service that provides information on the factories and textile mills that Patagonia uses, including details such as the number and gender mix of the employees who work on the company's products. Harley-Davidson, the motorbike company, has woven its bikes into the fabric of America by using popular slogans such as "Ride to live, live to ride," communicating the thrill of the open road and the joy of motorcycle riding. Its mission statement reinforces its brand approach. We're fueled by the brand loyalty and trust that our customers place in us to deliver premium quality and the promise of a fulfilling ownership experience. Threadless, a t-shirt fashion company whose designs come from its online community, communicates that independent artists are at the core of everything it does. When Urban Outfitters approached Threadless with a collaboration idea in 2007, founder Jake Nickel pitched back with the idea of installing a computer kiosk in stores to allow shoppers to score designs and read about the artists responsible for the shirts. Urban Outfitters refused, and so Nickel turned down the offer of working together on the basis of brand principles. Beauty Counter is taking a lead in developing safer beauty products. Beauty Counter innovates high-performing products that don't use 1,500 chemicals that the brand deems questionable or harmful, and it lobbies legislators to better regulate the beauty industry. More recent examples might include two well-known brands who have both aligned their brands to a purpose, which has been positively welcomed by some people but has resulted in hatred from other groups. In both cases, the companies were willing to lose customers who didn't align with their values or purpose. Nike made former NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick the face and voice of an advertising campaign. Topical at the moment, Kaepernick rose to prominence when he refused to stand during the national anthem before his games in a protest against the police brutality and inequality towards his African American community. A vocal minority took campaigns on social media against Nike. Gillette came out with a commercial urging all men to be the best a man can be by pushing aside previously masculine traits like bullying, chauvinism or fighting, and showing children how a modern man should behave. A small minority again came out against the ads, claiming that the company shouldn't be telling them what to think or how to behave. Both companies realised that if they wanted to align with positive, progressive messages and values which align with their target demographic of the future, then they would risk upsetting and alienating a proportion of their current customer base who don't share those views, but their brands are stronger because of it. The Breakthrough Innovation Capability Diagnostic probed you to consider whether you have a strong, distinct identity, whether your brand is used by other business partners, whether it has extended to a diverse array of businesses or fosters integration and connectivity across offerings. The diagnostic asked whether you've carefully crafted brand strategies to confer meaning, intent and value to your offerings, whether your offerings confer a unique identity, status or sense of recognition to users. Do your customers tell others about memorable interactions with you, or have you received recognition for your innovations? The Spark cards summarise some of the ideas and concepts presented in this module and include some additional options for you to consider for your own businesses too. Have a read through these examples and challenge yourself to consider whether any of them might enable you to create a competitive edge with brand. Your first task on brand is to note down what words your customers and the wider ecosystem use today to describe your brand, and then think about how you would like them to perceive your company. Next, jot down what the Innovation Capability Diagnostic confirmed about your brand and what innovative brand options you could pursue as a competitive tool.